that is it says click here to launch meeting.
Yeah.
We're not doing the meeting, you are. But there was also a box on the screen that with the system folder icon in the upper left-hand corner and a close box or
Mm.
done, but nothing in the box.
Hmm.
So I don't quite know what I didn't or what's not correct yet as to why she can't log in.
I know Zoom makes you turn on all kinds of security settings to allow access to microphone, camera, all of
Okay,
that.
can you show me on mine?
Yeah. Do you
Okay,
wanna?
let me share my screen. All right.
So if you go to, I think like their privacy and security,
Okay, I didn't go there. I went to accessibility
I
and
think
turned
there's one
everything
there
on
too.
there.
I think under audio is one there,
Let me
under
see some.
Zoom.
All right, now I went into here on her computer and turned everything to green over here.
Mm.
But that didn't do anything. So I didn't even read it to see what it said, but that was part of it. So you want me to get down here to Zoom?
No, no, I want you to keep accessibility under privacy and security.
All right, here's privacy and security.
There's accessibility,
Yes.
and you want that zoom on.
Yep. Not sure that it's on hers, but I'll check it out.
Yeah, and if you go back, there's a couple things in this section. Um, so if you hit the back arrow at the top of accessibility, do you see
I don't have a back arrow. Oh, there it
above
is. I'm sorry. Yep.
it? Yeah, it was like your screen sharing. There should
Right.
be screen and system audio recordings halfway down.
Yeah, it's red.
There's a red icon with a circle. That needs to have zoom on as well.
Okay.
And I think the one above it to remote in might need to be turned on. So if you hit the back arrow again, there's remote desktop right above screen and system audio recording. That might need Zoom access. Oh no, nope, I'm wrong.
Nothing there.
And one more I think, which is full disk access.
What?
Full
Full
disk
disaster.
access.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have Zoom on for that, so you should be fine then.
Should I turn this on?
It would allow like me to remote in, I think, and do things like that if you ever needed me to do that kind of thing.
Okay.
But I don't think it's required.
Well, it seems to be working without it, so that's
Exactly. So I wouldn't worry about it.
okay.
Don't give Zoom more permission than it really needs to have.
Okay. Well, we'll check those out and report in for next time then.
Yeah. There always seems to be like one or two additional ones that they want that you can't find ever.
Yeah.
It's nice when they like send you directly to that specific place.
Well, what's funny though, Lynn, is I when I got my Air up a year ago and I put Zoom on it, I didn't have to go in and make all these changes to make it work on my machine. So I'm not totally sure why we had trouble with Bev's machine this morning.
Did you start with a time machine backup with your new computer or
No,
okay,
no.
then defeats that idea.
I just went to down or to Zoom dot what is it, UK or something?
US.
US and downloaded it from there and didn't really seem to have to do anything else.
Interesting. Yeah. Bev's just special.
Yeah, well we
Yeah.
know this. All right, well, I'll
Love
try
her
those
for
things
it.
and we'll let you know.
See what, he has a big arrow.
But see, she didn't even
You
get
can
this
change
blue
it.
screen that you see here.
That's interesting.
She
She should
got
at
this
least,
one,
she should get at least that screen.
and she got this one,
Mm-hmm.
but this did nothing. And then up in here was that rectangular box with the system icon here and a done over here. But
The
she
system
never
probably
moved beyond
means,
here,
yeah, the system probably means they want you to open system settings.
which we did.
Yeah.
But I didn't find all the things that you had me look for. So,
Okay. Cool. Good luck.
all right.
May the force be with you.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you.
So I think Bev has another question.
Go for it, Bev.
Well, from your email yesterday with the person who had the identity theft,
Mm-hmm.
I've been had my data breached at least half a dozen times, and after the first or second time, I put a security freeze on all my accounts with like
Mm-hmm.
Experian and TransUnion and Equifax. So about a year ago, it actually helped because somebody applied for credit in my name and that was thwarted because of the security freeze. So I've just kind of had this sense that because that security freeze is in place, I don't have to worry as much. Is that a false sense of security?
So, I don't know what all your they are doing for you other than alerting you. This particular Westminster member, I asked if she could pop on this morning to tell her story, but she was unable to, so she might come on eventually. But um what her payment was just notifying her. So it just notified her, hey, there's somebody, opened a credit card in your name at Home Depot. Was this you? And it wasn't. So then she had to, go and shut everything down herself. So if it's somebody alerting you that they tried to use your credit score or something, then you probably don't need to follow up on that, I guess.
Well, a year ago, it was somebody applied for a credit card in my name,
Ah,
but because the credit freeze was in place, they were alerted to, contact me for additional information, or, it wasn't going to go through right away.
okay.
A couple years ago, I actually went to Talbot's and was going to get a Talbot's card, but they couldn't approve me right there because the credit freeze was in place. And I
Hmm.
never went and undid it because it was just too much legwork.
Yeah.
But so anybody trying to apply for credit, including me, is going to
Hmm.
run into this security
Yeah.
wall, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, then it sounds like you're having you're the way you're paying for it or whatever is more advanced than this member's
Well, you
alerts.
don't even have to pay for it. You can just request a security freeze with
Yeah.
one of the uh, credit reporting agencies, and they will notify the other two.
Mm,
And then the freeze gets placed on your file, and anybody, like I said,
mhm.
even me requesting a new
Right.
credit, it has to go through this more stringent process.
Then I'd say you're good to go. This
Okay.
story probably wouldn't have happened. Although this member was telling me that the person that came in to open the account had a credit card with her name and her address, um, but the photo ID was wrong on it. Um, and the Home Depot person didn't check that. And so the Home Depot, employee didn't overcheck things, which was a shame on the employee. So the employee could have caught it, but I would think that particular case, the freeze would stop it.
Okay.
But I'd
I
have,
just don't know whether I'd been lulled into a false sense of security having the credit freeze, or whether they can still manipulate other data like cell phone number or something like that. But
hmm it's better than nothing.
okay.
And you still might want to alert, the police or something, especially if it's a local. situation. This particular person's situation was a local. It was a Home Depot in Glen Mills. So, um, and make, people aware that there was this person that tried to use your account. But
Okay,
yeah,
thank you.
no, it's good.
I have another one that's an easy yes or no answer.
Okay, go for it.
Yes.
I like you.
Are we recycling
No.
Christmas tree lights this year?
I don't know that.
Oh, I gave you yes or no. I didn't give you I don't know that.
I can text Ann and see, but my guess is yes, but I know that the company that we were doing it with for a while no longer does it. So last year we advertised it, but then couldn't actually do it. So Ann did this like long workaround to actually get it recycled. So
We
I'll
have
text
some
her.
waiting to find out.
Okay.
Yeah, I went through last year and replaced all my strings of outside lights and bought LED lights to replace them. But unfortunately, I didn't get done with the whole deal until after the time to turn stuff in expired. So they've been waiting now for a year to get rid of them. So I'm hoping that you're going to say yes at some point in time.
Well, I texted her, so we'll see if she gets back to us in the next
Okay,
45
good.
minutes.
Let's hope.
But yeah, I know last year or one year that they weren't going to do it. I was like, and I have some. Like, can you please
Yeah.
take mine at least? Um, so
All right.
here's hoping for you.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Lynn, if we go back to basics, we basically don't have any control if, say, our doctor or our bank or whatever has a breach of security and some outside hacker gets access to our private information.
Mm-hmm.
I'm primarily just using my iPad. Again, I'm way behind the group, technically speaking, but are there basic elements to building a moat or a starting point as far as trying to build layers of security as well as what not to do that will protect you most of the time from serious problems?
Well, Bev gave you one, which is adding a freeze to your credit.
That's with all the credit card companies.
That would be all the credit card companies. So if somebody, that's one basic and free thing you can do, as she said. Since you are just on an iPad, it's actually easier because you only have one device that you're trying to secure. Um, so, keeping that iPad up to date, you know, with the security upgrade updates, um, not doing any major payments or purchases or things, online through that.
Eject any unknown emails or
Mm-hmm.
texts
Don't
and
click
stuff.
on links that from emails you don't know. If you get an email that you're not sure whether or not it's phishing or not, let us know. Take a look at it. Don't respond to text messages that are unknown numbers. Even if it's a UPS driver saying, "Hey, I've got a package, but I don't know where your house is." Um,
Yeah, there
Your
seem to be
GPS.
some things like that that are common scams or whatever.
There's a lot of scams. I have my phone and iPad set to, silence unknown numbers. So that's a good way to avoid phishing scams as well. If your phone doesn't even go to it. If you've got, a doctor's office or somebody wanting to call, then you kind of need to turn that back
Yeah.
on, but so those are some basics. Backing up your iPad's always good. You can do that with iCloud. We could show you how if you want. It might already be doing that. So if you get malware on your iPad, you can restore it from what it was before. It's a lot harder to get malware on iPads than on computers, especially PC computers. So that's good. And apps are a little bit more secure to download than just random things that might, pop in. So with a browser. So you can look up to see your data breaches and see what content, has been leaked. If you want to do that, there's some websites. I can send a link next week with those. Like mifish.com or something like that. So you're aware of what companies have breached their information and what information is out there. There was a recent one that pretty much leaked everyone's social security numbers. So pretty much just guess that your information is out there somewhere.
And I guess it could be leaked from the government because the
Yeah.
government agencies have a lot of our information.
And unfortunately, government agencies' websites aren't as secure as more like banks and things are more secure because the government doesn't have the resources. They should. They should be the most secure. Unfortunately, that's not true. And victims, there's not protections currently in place. There have been no laws or things to protect us, if things happen to us. So we have to hunt things down, unfortunately.
Okay.
But those are some, we'll start with
Okay.
those.
Thank you.
Related question, how do you silence unknown phone numbers?
Let me pull up my phone. See, because you've got,
Set that way.
maybe.
Going to silence most of the time.
Okay. So if you go to your settings section, and you should be able to type in silence and it should come up.
Oh, okay.
And then just turn that, and I can turn it back on now that I've heard from my doctor. So thank you. I forgot that I turned that back on.
Okay, I see it.
Great. Bob, for an Android, I'm not sure off the top of my head, where that is, but I can look it up real quick for you. You might be as lucky as we are by searching unknown numbers.
It has three options: silence while driving, turn over to mute,
Turn over to mute sounds right. It doesn't hurt to shut off while driving too. You don't want to be distracted. But you might not have AirPlay in your car.
Oh, here's another one: silence during sermons. Especially if you are the pastor preaching.
So it says call
John's
from
went
unknown
off.
numbers will be silenced, sent to voicemail and displayed on recents list. Just turn that to green.
Yes. It will allow you, it will show you that those people called, but it won't ring. And if they leave a message, you'll be able to hear that message. So my theory is if it's important enough, you'll leave a message.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I also have call quietly, emergency SOS. What would that be?
I don't know. That's not seen. Call quietly. Oh, there it is. Let's throw that on the screen for folks. Oops. So call quietly. Warning alarms, flashes, and voice over audio will be silenced when hold and release or 5 button presses to place an emergency call. Oh, so this would be if you're kidnapped. And
Okay.
if
And you didn't want your kidnapper to know you were calling anything.
yes,
Right.
Okay.
yes. So you could turn on this call with 5 button presses. So you could, if you're unable to communicate, if you've, hurt your throat or, been muted, you could press the side button 5 times and it would call emergency services. So
Ah,
not bad, if you had a stroke or something and you couldn't verbally and you were alone, but you probably will never need it.
I hope not.
So I'll turn it on for kicks and giggles, but hopefully we never need. And I don't know if you've got in here, uh, you can see I have emergency contacts. So if I do an emergency SOS call to 911, it will also call these people in my list. So, and will let them know that I'm in an emergency state.
And what's that
So,
under emergency SOS?
yes. So if you
Oh,
have anybody you want to make aware that you're in an emergency, that you want to come to the hospital immediately, add those numbers to your emergency
well,
contact.
well, I already have those in.
Well, look at you,
Yeah.
overachiever.
And I
Or
also have,
maybe it's time to update them.
I have to check that. I also have call blocking and identification.
So call blocking, blocking is when you block people. So business, this would say, if Westminster Presbyterian's calling you or if a specific organization's calling, um, you should have a list of blocked numbers. Why is this being stupid now? Um, you should have a list of blocked contacts and things. So if you,
I don't have.
so when I get a phishing call from somebody, I will go in and mark it as spam and mark that number as spams and block them from my contacts so they don't call me again. Um, so if you want to do that, you can see, I've got all these spammers that I've done this to.
Well,
Um,
if you don't answer them, how do you know they're spam?
so it's one of those that you can go to your um call logs afterwards, right?
Mhm.
And let's see if I can find. I haven't had any spamming calls in a while. looking for one. Spam risk. This 717 number above Westminster.
Oh,
If you click the info in that one,
mm-hmm.
you can hit this block caller.
Okay.
And that caller is now blocked. It won't call me again.
Okay, but you can also unblock it if you find out that it was okay.
Yes. Or if you accidentally blocked Bob and you really want to talk to Bob.
Yeah.
Just go to
So,
the next room.
so
Now
it
she's
does
on the
not-
other side of the desk here.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. It never hurts to, yeah.
So I've gotten some emails and they say, we sent this, but we suspect it's spam. And
Mm-hmm.
it's from people that I do email. So
Mm-hmm.
that I always say it's safe, but it surprises me.
One of which has been Lynn, I think. Seriously,
Bob, you had that, yeah.
Yeah.
I quickly overrode that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Another question I have is,
Yeah.
are there extensions available on phone or on an iPad,
To do what?
like Adblock?
You can, I don't know if Adblock specifically, that might need to be an app.
Oh, okay.
You might need to download a app to do that. I don't have an ad block on my phone either,
Oh, okay. So it's not really,
but I don't use browsers all that much on my phone.
yeah, I read the newspaper on the phone and it often has a rectangle that's maybe 1 by 3 inches,
Mm-hmm.
and it's right in the middle of a column, so I have to guess what the news article is trying to say.
Oh, I wonder if you have an ad blocker on there and it's blocking.
Well, it's not blocking it. It's not working if I have one because the ad is there.
Oh, oh, I got you. I got you. Um, I misunderstood. So, yeah, I've not looked into apps or things for your to see how successful or good app blockers are on the phone.
That's the
Uh,
only problem I have, and I've lived with it for several months. So
and I
I'll
can
just,
I see there's Ad Blocker Pro for Safari, which I don't know what browser you're using on your phone. Is it Safari?
I generally use Chrome, I think,
Okay, so you want something.
because if you use Siri, doesn't it send you to Chrome?
So you can change your default browser on your phone. So the default browser on an iPhone is Safari. But if you
Oh,
changed your default browser to Chrome, um, let me pull that up again for you. There we go.
Lynn,
Yeah.
I just did a an App Store search for an ad blocker, and there's one that came up, halt ad block, and it got 4.6 ratings, and it's for phone and iPad.
Nice. And I also, it looks like I had AdGuard at one point. Maybe it just deleted itself. So that would be another one.
what was the one, Chuck,
Called
that you halt?
ad block.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it, but it's supposedly you don't need any extensions, and it automatically blocks ads, and it's designed for an iPhone and an iPad.
And if you see an app that has that kind of rating, does that generally indicate that it is responsible?
Theoretically.
Usually,
So
Okay.
the challenge is sometimes there's malware apps that are, especially like games and things, that have a lot of good reviews, but secretly they're collecting and data and things. I'm guessing
mm,
for ad blockers
that's
it's a
it.
little more secure and trustworthy. So you could try Halt, and I also had um the other one that had more reviews. Um, which
Gene,
one?
you may need to get help on that one because it says that the agent on it is 17 years and older.
Ah,
Interesting. Yeah, this one's 4 years old,
Oh, good.
but it's got a lower review, even though it's a higher, it's got 16,000 more people.
Hmm.
So
well, if you don't really think that it's necessary, I'll not bother
I
with
would
it.
say try one just to see if it blocks it, because it's not
But
a,
if it might download a malware, I don't want that.
I think you're safe for this. Google searches can sometimes say whether or not something's malware. Um, but if you wanted to change your browser um default, um
Yeah, I used to try Siri, but not Siri. What is it?
Safari.
Safari. It just always sent me to Chrome.
so under search you probably have um search engine. Here is Google. um
Yeah. Ecosia.
so
Hmm.
that's interesting. And then yeah, you could change, but where's the browser? Is it under the actual app?
Are you in settings?
Yes, sorry.
Under
uh
tabs.
Default browser app, and you could choose.
Hmm.
Default browser app. Okay, there's Safari. Oh, it says default browser app. It's Safari. So maybe I should try using it again.
Yeah.
I just thought that I was getting Chrome, so I might as well just do Chrome.
Safari is going to be more secure than Chrome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like using Chrome.
I get it. If
But
you're in the Google verse, it makes sense, but
isn't if anybody has other questions, I'll yield the floor.
Gene, if you go
I'll-
into Safari under apps in your phone, there's an option there to block pop-ups. And if you turn that on, that might help as your ad blocker.
Maybe go into Safari. And
I
there's
I did a default for search for default browsers, and search engines came up, and Safari was the choice. So if you go into apps and go all the way down to Safari,
yeah. I'm there.
okay, where is it? Scroll down under General.
Under general.
Yeah, there's an option there. There's Lynn showing it, block pop-ups. That may be turned on by default with the system. I don't know.
And there
Um,
is extensions here if you want them.
I'm looking for general.
It's not under general. If you go to the Safari app.
Well, it's the
Okay.
general section under the Safari app.
Okay, I'm in Safari.
Do you see what I see?
You see-
Apple Intelligence Search default browser app. Yes, I see that.
You scroll down. You
But I
should,
don't have. Oh, I see what you're saying, general. I don't see that. Oh, there. Okay. General. Autofill favorites, block pop-ups is on.
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
And
Okay.
it looks like there are extensions, so I'm wrong. If you click extensions, you can,
Yeah. None installed.
so you could hit more and search for a
Extensions.
browser app too.
Okay. Now a problem I'm finding is that I was downloading an Amtrak app. And I go to Siri, Safari, and I can't get rid of the Amtrak, the app store where I was searching for Amtrak app. It won't disappear.
The website or the app
The app,
in the app store?
I think it's the app store. No, yeah, it must be because it says open. Use the Amtrak app for better travel experience.
I
Open.
like the Amtrak app. I find it very helpful.
Maybe I need to open it to be able to get to the
If
next
you're-
step.
Maybe.
Mm,
If you're seeing something like this and you hit, this is in the app store, it still has the ad block search. If you close that up there, that's when it goes away for me. I don't know if that's
Let's see.
as easy for you. But yeah, if you guys haven't
Nope.
used the Amtrak app, it's a lot of fun.
It just keeps saying to open it. Try, here's an X.
I guess I need to sign in.
I'll try to figure it out.
That's odd.
Do you want to get rid of it on your list of apps?
Pardon?
Do you want to get rid of it on your list of apps?
Oh, and just delete it. That's
And
an
add it
idea.
back.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Uninstall.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Remove app.
Other questions?
It's still there.
Bob? Of course. Try restarting the phone.
I have this Jackie Lawson advent calendar from last year that I can't get rid of.
Do you want to share your screen and we'll try to get rid of it for you?
It's
Coming
on.
up. What do you see?
So let's see.
No.
Chautauqua! Lester Paza.
Snow.
That's a lot of snow.
Hopefully that's not this year already.
It's right now.
It's the live
Oh,
cam,
right
right?
now.
And it's still snowing.
Oh,
They've
good.
had 2+ feet since Thanksgiving.
I'm so jealous.
Aren't you glad you came home?
Yes and no. Okay.
If they had more restaurants, I could live there all year.
All right. Down here,
Mm-hmm.
you see my little purple arrow
Yeah.
is the thing I want to get rid of.
Okay, so can you double click on that and see what happens? Okay. Okay. So let's go to your settings.
Get out of
You might-
this.
Yeah, I'd close out of that.
Settings.
You know, I never knew they did these admin things. That's interesting. And search apps. Installed apps under recommend settings for you. Yeah, click those. And if we go to J for Jackie, do we see Jackie?
Edwardian calendar. Yep.
Yep, click the three dots over on the right hand side.
Oh, yes. Here goes.
Uh-oh.
Bye.
I'm melting.
Do you want to last after? Yes. Correct?
Yes.
I think we already tried that.
No, we were afraid to
Oh,
do it.
I'm doing it as also, so we uninstall,
Yes.
Here we go.
completed.
Uninstall.
Yep.
Like this.
Yep. Sometimes they make you restart the computer
Ah, because mine's still there.
and finish. Did you get the pop-up that Bob just got?
I'm doing it on my own computer, so I don't know. I don't see finish.
Well, there should be a pop-up that says, do you want to uninstall this?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, mine's gone. Now I still have the Paris one, which is this year,
Okay. Which
Okay.
you want, correct?
which I want.
It's always good to go through your apps from time to time and see if there's anything you want to uninstall or
Oh, yeah, okay, I may
looks
do that.
unusual. Never a bad plan.
Okay, you want to see where the Holy Family is?
Yes, we want to see the bells. Maybe I'm just the only weirdo that likes
I can
this.
do it quickly.
Are they out in the water? Oh, okay.
Okay, that's the stable. Nobody's there, but what do you see?
Donkey.
Donkey. Cow.
And
Danger.
Mouse.
Mouse.
mouse on the hay bale. Okay. The angel is high in the sky on the china cabinet. Mary is contemplating. She hasn't had any visitation yet from the angel. Joseph is over there. I don't know what he's doing.
Frank.
Thinking about his next job.
Yeah. Do I need a new saw or not? The shepherds are in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night.
What do they do in the daytime?
Keep watch over their flocks by day.
Oh, okay. I wondered if
While
the flock just wandered
shepherds
off.
watch their flock by day.
When do they sleep?
They take turns.
This little lamb is often cantankerous and gets in trouble. So far, so good.
That the
Yeah,
one that
yeah.
goes astray, huh?
The Magi are in the bedroom, which is in the far east, by a antique lamp. That's the camel driver. There's only one camel
Mm,
and the three guys. That's it.
nice. So I had a question for you about your nativity scene.
Stop sharing.
Yeah, stop sharing. My small group is doing an Advent devotional this year about Celtic Advent, which I didn't realize started several weeks before normal Advent. And I was like, do you guys, start your Advent journey with Celtic Advent or just the
No.
traditional Presbyterian?
I did not know about Celtic
No.
Advent.
There's a really interesting book. Yeah. Celtic Advent's the book we're reading, Following an Unfamiliar Path by Christine
You write that down?
Stein. I can send you it's a very interesting daily devotional. But
The name of the book again was Celtic Advent.
Following an Unfamiliar Path. Each day's devotion's like a page and a half. It's perfect.
Author.
Christine Stein.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
Stein.
correct. No T. I'm wrong. SINE.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool.
No, ours are started Sunday. Got
I
the
figured it was the first Sunday
stable
of
out.
Advent. But
So pretty soon the angel will come down and announce Mary.
nice.
And the sheep maybe have pretty well taken care of that pasture. Have to move.
Yeah,
They could be moving anytime.
Mhm.
very nice.
It's fun.
Puts a smile on my face every Advent. But yes. Other questions before we part? Chuck, I did get an answer for you.
Yes.
In response, great question. Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes, I'm pretty sure Mom's Organic Market is still running this collection. I will double check before we publicize anything. Thumbs up. So I would plan for it.
I hope. Where's Mom's Organic Market?
I don't know.
I've never heard of it.
A Google search.
Yeah, I don't know that.
What are we gonna do without Ann to find out all these things?
I know.
We will go to outreach. Angela Emmerich will have the answers within seconds. For
No doubt.
Yeah.
One last
Like
question.
recycling. I went to their website. Now through January 31st, all locations. So it looks like, yes, they still are doing it.
Good.
Moms who
I got a whole box of them downstairs.
So where are they?
I was gonna say, what's the name of the store again?
Mom's
Moms
Organic Market.
Organic.
I'll throw the link in the website. In the chat in the talk today. Locations. Pennsylvania.
Oh, that narrowed it down.
Well, no, they have Maryland, Virginia, DC, New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts. So,
Good grief.
they're Bryn Mawr, Lancaster Avenue,
Oh.
and they do something called Naked Lunch Monday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 8
Well,
p.m.
that sounds,
You really brightened up at that one then.
Made me laugh. What is Naked Lunch?
1960, 87. Mom's been around since 87.
Yeah,
Do they pick up at home?
I don't know. I've never heard of these folks.
Oh, good.
check it out.
We have some to bring in.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one more quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Can fingerprint ID in an iPhone be repaired?
That's a very good question.
I've changed
think-
the fingers that I use. It lasts for about an hour.
I think you can change it's not the hardware, you just want to change your fingerprint.
Well, I changed the fingerprint. I used to use a thumb. I went to my index finger and
Mhm.
it's no better.
So it
What I'm wondering is it worth calling Geek Squad or should I just forget it and use
I would
the,
go to you could ask Geek Squad since you have,
Mhm.
them. My guess is they're going to send you to the Apple store. Um, but I don't know that without talking with them. My
Okay.
guess is your fingers are you clean too much and your fingerprints have been rubbing off.
Mhm.
So
Okay, yeah, I don't usually use gloves, so that's probably it.
yeah, yeah.
Need new
And
fingers, Jane.
and I know for your generation especially some of the cleaners you used in your early life were more destructive on your fingerprints. So
Okay.
I
My,
that's my theory. I could be wrong.
my works about half the time. I found if I blow on it like that, it more often works than not.
You clean too, Bob.
So who does more dishes?
Equal.
Yeah. So you
And
could
I did use canned air and blew out the little,
the side stuff. Always good to use condensed air from time
the
to time.
hole where you put your finger.
Nice. But it never hurts to ask if you want to reach out to them, but I wouldn't make a special trip just for that.
Yeah, I can call.
That's true. But yeah. Anything else for the good of the order?
Will I see you tonight, Chuck?